one and then throw everybody in.
That's sort of it was. I don't know. I mean, it was entertaining. I will say the new Matrix was entertaining.
It will never live up to the first one.
Nothing
no
can.
sequel will.
Nothing can. But what are you?
The sequels were good, but the first one was classic.
Yes. God damn, dude, that's free usage music, man. And fucking all they did with MJF's entrance is they just added like him be, I'm better than you.
I popped for that.
It's good, man. You
Dude,
can use
I
it
got
anytime
pumped.
you want. You can use it anytime you want on your show, dude. It's fucking free on the YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we weren't gonna do this, but then we are like, fuck it, we're gonna do it. Here we are. It's the end of 2021. I am here. I'm Isaac of Such Good Shoot, and I'm here with my good friends from Shooting Shit. I got the premier Joey K right below me. Over here next to me, I got DDJ. And down here, my Jewish cousin, the hot one, Giovanni Too Hottie, my man. Guys, thank you so much for joining me and giving me a really good excuse to get fucked up today.
Like you need an excuse to get really fucked up.
Yeah, sometimes I do, dude. You underestimate my laziness, dude. I'm like lazy to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna lay down instead of like doing anything to enjoy myself. And it's like, it's fine. I love sleeping, but I also love you guys so much.
Aww.
I love you.
We love you too.
So I'm gonna crack open my drinks. If anyone else is drinking, God, you probably are. Oh, man, God damn it!
The joys of having a fridge right next to where you do your show.
My man. I got
Joey K has his own piss down there, so it's all good.
I thought that was Gatorade.
Mike's
glass full of weasel piss.
Mike's Harder black cherry with a raspberry twisted tea.
Ooh.
I mix those two together.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna have some fun tonight. So
sounds like a hard raspberry black tea.
Coors Light.
Oh, of course, man. Tap the Rockies, baby.
Yeah, I like water as well.
Hell yeah.
I have water as well, DDJ.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you know what?
I was at a show with DDJ Isaac, and we're waiting to get some beers, right? And I'm in line, and then I would look all weird because I said, I'll take 2 Miller Lights and 1 Coors.
Miller's fine. You don't like Miller Lite? DDJ?
I don't like Coors.
No, I know you're saying Light. You don't like Miller Lite. DDJ
He's frozen like on. I like Coors.
No,
he's thinking of a clever answer that he can't get out of.
I just have taken the Coors Light. You know what, Javon? Hey, Javon, if you don't like it, I got 2 words for you. I give a shit. Oh wait, that was more than 2 words.
Oh damn it! I was already ready with the suck it. I know he can't count.
Yeah, I was gonna say like eat a bag of dicks, but
I can count. 1.
That's 1. You got 2. You got 2 in there. There you go. Whip it out for number 3, man. Oh my goodness! This is what's up. This is what.
And in case somebody got that, subtle reference of Bill Cosby's picture page sound.
If we're going down this road this early, because this is such good shoot. We could wait for Jovan to whip his up, but we only have an hour.
Oh shit, dude! Such good shooting shit tonight. Well, at least that you cut off the tip, man. Did you have a moil? Did you go through all that?
No. I'm only a percentage, so I was a percentage that got to keep the tip.
See, my thing is that's one of my new side projects when I'm not working is like I gotten really passionate about educating people on like adult circumcision and the benefits, and then so yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you got really passionate.
How do you educate them? Do you have them go on HBO Max and watch the South Park episode about Ike's Briss?
Oh no, it's mostly just the thing is, you gotta. It's a weird conversation to start, right? You just don't go up to someone and being like, "Hey, man, you ever thought about getting circumcised?" Because you don't know, they might be already, right? And then you'd be like, "Oh, that's awkward." Yeah, I already have.
Well, you don't ask a man in gray sweatpants because you know the answer.
Well, I mean, yeah. But what I'm saying is that like sometimes you can be at you can be in the mall bathroom or at a truck stop or something, and you already have a good idea of what it looks like and what's going on, and so you can be like, have you ever considered adult circumcision? Because you don't want to get you got a little lint stuck in there, and that would really solve that problem.
See, I would have thought that you were going to go the other way around it. I thought you were going to say adult reconstruction or reattachment, but no, you're going.
I'll go
down
the other way too, man. Or whatever, man. He can suck me off, whatever. Yeah, sure. We'll go both. Well, different other way. Ladies and gentlemen, we're a wrestling podcast. We're a proud wrestling podcast.
Obviously.
I hope Shane and Dozer don't ever watch. I don't think they will. I don't think they ever listen or watch it.
No, we're talking about wrestling. Dozer and Shane, they're wrestling.
Hold on a second. If Dozer and Shane are listening,
I thought Shane was doing something with boxes.
No, he is.
He's celebrating Boxing Day,
dude. He is fucking he's getting his box fucking fingered, I think. No, Shane knows what's up, man. He knows. He's like, for a young guy, Shane understands what's good in life, and that's getting your prostate tickled and chili dogs. Two good things. So.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
Yeah, so what's new? Ghislaine Maxwell, she was found guilty, 5 of 6 counts of trafficking minors for sex. So she's going to jail.
Since this is a wrestling podcast, how about a shout out to Jim fucking Ross for beating skin cancer?
Hell yeah.
You know what? On a positive note, that's a good reason to light a blunt. So I'm gonna light this gray vape for Jim Ross and beating skin cancer. Good for him. And now he just has to quit smoking cigarettes, fucking jackass.
Dude, I am all about that. I was so happy about his post. You want me to tell you what I didn't like though? They fucking released a t-shirt of it. That is, I don't know. That is just me. And look, PWT, I buy shit from their shit all the time, right? I've spent a lot of money with them, but god damn, cringeworthy to release that. I fucking beat cancer.
Is it a charity shirt at least?
I don't know. I didn't see anything about charity, and that's full disclosure. I didn't look on the website, but like,
because
I'm wearing a shirt based off of a toy, so I mean, people will buy anything.
I bought this, and this one is worth every penny. And it's a what do you say with DDJ shirt? And I'm not embarrassed or ashamed. No, but I mean, this is not the first time that a company has profited off of cancer. They have Roman Reigns shirts that are pretty similar, right?
The leukemia
shirts, the pink shirts that they would put out every.
I don't know, and then then they do the Susan G. Komen shit.
We even have pink shirts from our shit.
I'll cut those out because there's money that goes to charity. I didn't see shit about charity.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look up JR's shirt.
Yeah, look it up.
I don't remember because I saw that shirt and I thought about that what Joey K said about them releasing his shirt, and it just kind of seemed a little suspect or something. But I mean, it right now in the Chicago area, like if you're a Bears fan. Or like you listen to Sports Talk Radio, like the Chicago community is in mourning right now because Tuesday. This guy who I've actually had a lot of respect for because he's a Bears beat reporter actually passed away like at 44 due to I think it was colon cancer.
Well, here's to him. Here's to John Madden.
Yeah, John Madden.
And do we lose anyone else? I don't know.
That indie wrestler, the guy that was with GCW, what's his name? He just passed.
Fucking, he was 33.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You know what, though? I didn't find anything on JR's shirt being related to any kind of charities.
And that's where I had an issue. That's a little cringy.
hold
100%.
on. You want cringy? I mean, there's the 2021 Dump Truck of the Year award winner has a brand new shirt of that dump truck.
Dude,
If you got it,
swear to God, dude.
That's Sunny Kiss,
swear
really.
to God. I know,
Look at
dude.
that
You can't
apple.
mistake that thing, dude. It's incredible. It's incredible. I would, dude. Yeah. Come on.
fucking undisputed pro wrestling dump truck of the year.
Here's the deal. If fucking J-Lo could have gotten her ass insured, how is that one not insured?
I'm sure it's on somebody's homemade shirt printer thingy where they wear it and probably do stuff within it.
I'm just saying, dude, that thing should have an insurance policy worth about $200 million. Because I swear, if anything happens to that ass, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry so hard. I'm gonna cry all the tears.
So will Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yeah.
He's not talking about J-Lo's ass. He's talking about
Sonny's
ass.
J-Lo's. I'm talking about Sunny Kiss, dude.
Oh.
I'm talking about her brown kiss there on the back, dude. That's fucking starfish, little fucking dude. That thing is crazy. How many squats do they do?
All of them.
All of them. All of the squats. Half of that's just God given. Has to be.
God, give me a chance to fucking continue this show. All right. So, it's been a year. It's been a fun year. It's 2021. We got one full day left.
Yep.
This is the penultimate day of the year, and I feel like a lot the landscape of professional wrestling has shifted monumentally in the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
A way I don't think any of us actually expected. And COVID played a huge factor in that in 2020.
Yeah.
2021 can't be blamed necessarily on COVID and all the craziness and all the seismic shifts. And I think if there's three things to describe what the main what would you call it, the main hinge point of all this change is, I think those three things would be A, E, and W.
I like what you did there.
Yeah.
Hold on. A, E,
and then W would be the third thing.
Okay. You good there, Joey?
Yeah. I had to figure it out a little bit because this isn't just Mountain Dew, baby. This is Tito's as well.
That's what's up, man.
Good seeing you guys.
So, granted,
I thought it was piss.
The only wrestling I've really watched this year is wrestling that I have reviewed for my podcast.
So
which
everything
is mostly,
from the 90s.
So mostly like everything from 1997, particularly. So like I know a whole lot about just really trash pay-per-views. I just saw Kane's debut, so I don't like necessarily like I don't have TV, so I don't watch AEW, but following on dirt sheets, like even people who are like WWE marks at this point aren't talking shit about the product in the ring so much anymore. As like it's like it's most of that negative energy is sort of shifted onto Cody himself, or rightfully so the Young Bucks and then Omega. But
they're just the linchpin of the whole fucking thing. The three guys who went out on a limb and started this motherfucker.
Talk to me. Let's talk. Let's talk the like 5 things. Let's talk about 5 things that have happened in 2021 for AEW that have shifted the landscape of wrestling. And now this is off the top of my head. So obviously, I think the first one, and I think the thing that was the tipping point, was CM Punk signing. Right. I think that's the thing that sort of pushed the scales past.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we got on that list? We have 4 other spots to fill.
I think for sure we got the WWE train of releases this year. I mean that's a huge one because without those, think of how much talent's in AEW right now that was released or asked for their release from WWE.
Yeah. Well, just talent signing and their talent signing in general.
So when with with what Joey K just said, and I actually heard this on Busted Open while I was out working today. Remember a few months ago, I want to say, I think it was the takeover in your house where the main event was Karrion Kross defending the NXT title against like 4 other guys. It was Cole, O'Reilly, Gargano, and I think Pete Dunne.
Yeah, that was the night we all thought that O'Reilly was finally going to get the belt.
Yeah.
Think about this. The only guy still with WWE in some way, shape, or form from that match is Pete Dunne. Everybody else is in AEW. Or going somewhere else because Karrion Kross, is gone. But like only one man from that main event is still with the company.
You know, this is crazy. Is Karrion Kross was in season 4 of Lucha Underground in a rabbit stable.
The White Rabbit, man.
Yeah, all London.
Dude, what a fucking weird time that was. All right, no, but I do agree that like that their Tony Khan's willingness to just go after roster talent aggressively, and not being afraid to sign these talents that people want to see. So we got CM Punk at the top of that list. Do we want to combine that into one and just say, well, no, CM Punk is on his own. So that's
I think CM Punk is like the big one, but you could really, because you started with I think the first big one was All Out because you had the surprise appearance of Minoru Suzuki, who was, while he's on tour in the States, but that alone, you had 3 debuts that night. You had Ruby Soho, and then after the main event, you had Adam Cole and then Bryan Danielson. That right
whole
there,
pay-per-view was a big fucking deal. Also, I think a turning point because you had a fucking private suite for that shit.
Oh man, dude,
he had a real private suite to that shit,
and it was a legit private suite.
It was beautiful. What a beautiful thing.
Did you think we were getting out of 2021 without bringing this one up?
No,
fuck no.
No,
to quote Will Ospreay, he was in the real private suite,
and I didn't even really think about it, and I don't know who. I think it might have been either Shane or one of the either Shane, Dozer, or maybe even Aaron. Someone had posted, how ironic was it that I got the suite with everything that went down? Like,
I think I posted that on 20.
Maybe that was you. Maybe that was you. It was one of you guys, though.
One of us, dude.
And then what was even better was bringing Brad along.
Yeah, that was awesome, and I agree. So, that was a turning point pay-per-view in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
What about Rampage? What about adding Rampage to the mix? Do we feel like that adds another strong weapon in the arsenal of AEW in the battle, or is that not as important?
I would say that it does, just because if you notice, I mean, obviously it's mainly because the main reason is because they tape Rampage usually after Dynamite goes off the air, unless it's like a pay-per-view weekend or they got something special going on. But the 2 things that I really like about Rampage, the first one is it's only an hour show, and you will sit there and watch it. If you watch it live, it flies. Like, it does not even feel like it's an hour, which is anytime you watch something, if you're watching like a 2.5 hour long movie, or like, the Danielson Hangman match that went 60 minutes, if something is that good, that like say this, or like Rampage is an hour, it's so good you don't even think it's like, man, it usually feels like about half the time that that it actually was. Like, it doesn't feel like you spend as much time watching because you get so engrossed in it. But the other thing I also like about it is that unlike although SmackDown and Raw are billed as different brands, it's like you don't see the same people on Rampage that you do on Dynamite, which is obviously the big thing, is having another show to showcase all the talents. I mean, you've got your main show Dynamite, you got Rampage, which is your secondary show, but then you also have, like you said, Dark and Elevation, which is like all your up and coming talents and stuff. So I really like how AEW is with everything they got right now, how it's balancing everything out.
Yeah, I mean, they do really. I think the thing about that show is that they're not afraid to use it try and gain viewers, and by putting on matches in not just matches but like debuts. Like that's where Punk debuted.
Yeah.
Like boom, first off, like I watched that shit. Like,
Punk's
legit.
debut, Hook's debut.
Fucking Hook, bro.
So
Yeah.
and not only that, but like I think another thing that they do that is they're really actively at this point looking, and I don't know if this is just Tony, and I think it is Tony, because he seems to be a little bit more conscious of just creating something different than a lot of other people do in the business. So like he's actively subverting any expectations that we've had programmed into us in the last 20 years of fucking being forced to watch one wrestling product, right? So he puts fucking Daniel Bryanson and fucking Minoru Suzuki on a fucking pre-show
on YouTube.
For free.
On fucking YouTube, like
right, and like
move.
oh my god, dude, and
during SmackDown,
and not only that, but it's like so not only is that a fuck you to WWE, right, and a fuck you to McMahon, and saying, listen, we don't give a shit, but it's saying to the fans who love professional wrestling, here is a gift to you. Here's a gift to you of two of the greatest professional wrestlers of our time in a ring together for free on an easily accessible platform. Go for it. Watch it.
But and see, it's not just that. I mean, think about the matches that we've gotten like on, Dynamite and Rampage. I mean, you look at, we've mentioned Bryan Danielson. We just saw Bryan Danielson versus Hangman Page on free TV. We're going to see it again on free TV. We saw Danielson versus Omega on free TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like you mentioned, Minoru Suzuki versus, Bryan Danielson on YouTube. Hell, we saw Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki on Dynamite.
Dude, it was so good.
They're giving, and because the fact that, AEW is smart and is of the old school mindset where they don't need a pay-per-view every month. They do they have their 4, which is what WWF used to do back in the day. Mm-hmm. I love it because it gives them enough time to put these pay-per-view quality matches on free TV, but at the same time, they're building stories, and like these stories are lasting longer. And it's not one of these, 1 week the so-and-so are going at it, and next thing you know, like this happens and now that story's done and stuff. And it's just, and I think it's because not only is Tony Khan the promoter and the booker, he's a fan.
Yeah,
he's booking it for the fans, whereas Vince McMahon books the show.
I think we might have lost count, but I think that's number 5. Is that there's a genuine interest in entertaining the fans of professional wrestling, not just being like whatever. We don't give a shit. We hate, because that's the thing with WWE is there's a general disdain and hatred for professional wrestling. The people who run it want to be doing something else, right? And they look down on it. And you can't tell me I'm wrong here. Vince McMahon's always looked down on Southern wrestling. Kevin Dunn hates wrestling. He always wanted to be a movie producer. You have all the writers. Where are they all from? They're all failed writers from TV and soap operas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So these are all.
What was it, that one writer who didn't know how to say someone's name? Whose name was it? It was it was a champion, I think. They're like,
wasn't it Bobby Lashley?
Yeah, she didn't know who Bobby
Lashley was,
and he was a champ.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
She admitted she's not even a wrestling fan.
Yeah. None of them are
shit about wrestling.
None of them are. That's the thing, is they're all like, the agents are the ones who are into professional wrestling, and then the people who write all this bullshit are just fucking people who are like, they think it's a joke. They've always treated it as a joke. They've always treated it as something to be mocked and laughed at, and like that's all they know how to do. And so that's like the difference, is that AEW cares about the fans. And I don't want to get too off on a tangent because I do want to get into WWE in a minute. But before we do that, we've been very effusive of our praise of AEW tonight. And they're not perfect.
No, they're not.
I would like to talk about a couple of the things that they got wrong. And we don't have to do 5, but what are a few of the things that they've really fucked up and gotten wrong this year?
Brian Cage.
Okay, keep going. Well,
I think the bigger problem is, and I said this earlier to you guys already know this, the lack of mid-card. And I think what DDJ said, I have the opposite opinion of, where you love having rampages an hour. I don't. They have an unbelievably bloated roster with a lot of talent that only gets featured on a YouTube show. I'd much rather see 2 hours of Rampage and see, like,
I think it happens eventually.
I think it does too eventually, but a separate brand. I love the way AEW does it though, and I wanted to touch on this when you said it, because it's not just like, oh, here's your Raw roster, here's your SmackDown roster. No. They'll still progress storylines from Dynamite, but they'll do it in a very small way and then feature other talent in the ring performing. They'll enhance a storyline with a backstage segment setting up for the next part of the story that you'll see on Dynamite. Yep. But you're not seeing like, okay, well, it's,
10
Adam
minutes
Cole
of
here.
Replay packages.
Exactly. You don't get that. You get actually more in ring, which has been a big selling point for AEW so far.
And not just the replay packages from the week before. Oh no, you get replay packages from the previous half hour.
Oh,
yeah.
WWE. Like, here's what you missed. I'm like, I didn't want to see it the fucking first time.
And that's before you get like, let's say, Rhea Ripley versus Queen Zelina for like the umpteenth time.
Right. You get recycled.
We don't speak about Queen Zelina.
Back to AEW and things that they got wrong, because we're going to get into WWE and the things they've gotten wrong. And
all right,
we're going to have plenty of time for that. We still got
real quick. What I said
full
about
day in this year.
What I said about the mid card though, and that's where AEW's timing issue is. There's a very, very big divide between the lower half of the card and then the top tier. And that mid card, a guy like Brian Cage gets lost in it. A guy like Lance Archer gets lost in it. The guy like, I mean, even
Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky.
Yes, we just talked about them the other night. Like, there's a lot of really, really, really great talent that they don't get a time to shine. They get a squash match at 7:00 on a Tuesday night on YouTube. Okay, like, I get it. At least they're getting something in, but, you don't have a chance to feature them. And I think that's a big loss for AEW, is not featuring a lot of these guys that have been around for the first couple of years of the company. They're not getting their shine. They're not getting their time in.
Yep. And, and some of these guys getting time off, like, I just don't. And maybe, and I know I'm the odd man out on this, but the Bucks don't need the TV time. They don't need constant TV. They don't need the belts. They don't need that. The company is bigger than the Bucks and Omega at this point. And it's bigger than Cody. But Cody at least is doing things in a way. And like, I can't say much about Omega because Omega had a great run. But I do think the Young Bucks are the ones out of there. This is my opinion of all the booking that they've done. I think the Young Bucks have been. It's just been obnoxious booking with them.
You're going to see more Young Bucks because we're heading to the Elite Civil War coming up. So, but that's the thing, though, that puts over their new talent that's coming in, and whatever they're going to call that grouping of Red Dragon and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, shout out to AEW for having that Red Dragon video. And then also, too, one of the things I really liked from that match from last night was the fact that they played off of Cole and O'Reilly's feud in NXT. Like, I really like how they bring that stuff in. Like, they carry it over.
It's not like in WWE where they act like you never existed anywhere else.
No.
They change your fucking name. They change your name.
They have their own universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. Like, it's their universe. And, like, we're not part of it. Because we like wrestling. But
We're
Is there
gonna do
other
one
stuff?
more.
Yeah, let's
one
do
more, one
another.
more. Let me do one more. Yeah.
Yeah, let me hear what you got to say. What is something that AEW got wrong this year?
Got wrong, and there's not many, there's not much, but to keep Elevation strictly on YouTube, I think they needed to put that on a TV channel. We need to have. I feel like they need a third show, a second tier to Rampage, something maybe on a Saturday night, something, because they built up Elevation when it was starting as being the flagship YouTube show. This is going to be the thing that takes over Dark. This is going to be, it's not going to be like Dark. You're not going to have your scrubs going off against top tier and you know how these matches are going to end. It's not going to be predictable. But Elevation has gone the way of Dark. It's Dark Plus. It's just 2 nights of Dark. There's no difference between the two. So I think where they failed was trying to make Elevation happen. They do need the extra time, but not for the developmental people. Like Joey says, that extra time needs to be done to make this mid card. If you give us a Saturday night show akin kind of to what championship wrestling was on Saturdays, you have your guys chasing, your guys who are going in there to kind of get the pecking order figured out.
Even Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder.
Where they didn't really, like, WC just didn't care like what they did. And so like the cruiserweights could go out and just fucking put on barn burners.
Yeah.
And like if you
put like that.
And if you could put the effort into that, you could make it great. And yeah, I mean ultimately, they've done a good job of not, well, with some exceptions over time, but like not fucking up too much of their talent. I think if I'm going to throw out another one real quick, biggest disappointment, and this is from Shane. He just messaged me telepathically from the bathroom in the Greyhound bus that he's on.
On the midnight train to
he's
Georgia.
Extremely disappointed with their booking of FTR.
Really?
Yeah.
They're booked as top guys. They don't have the titles, but they're the AAA champs.
I think
I was gonna say if this we're talking like post after their run between that, like when they lost the titles
from the time they left WWE to now, I think over the whole time he doesn't think that they've been treated very well.
Come on, they've been champs already.
This is Shane talking, and Shane's going to say something like,
because he looks like Tony Schiavone, he thinks he's right.
He's like, no. Here's the thing, guys. Oh, my mustache is really getting in the way of my brain. No, I mean that's just what he was saying telepathically. You can agree or disagree.
I can agree with it. I can agree with it.
I think they could have obviously done better because FTR is the best tag teams in
one-time tag team champions already. They're the AAA tag team
Only
champions.
Okay, let me be real. All due respect, and I do mean all due respect to AAA, but outside of being a fan of Lucha or a hardcore pro wrestling fan, no casual wrestling fan gives 2 flying fucks about the AAA tag team titles or anything like that. That's just the honest truth. And should it be like that? No.
So we're going racist tonight. That's what it is.
Dude, I'm fucking Mexican. Anyway, so
I thought we
know
were
that.
I'm glad. Yeah, we're not going racist tonight. That wasn't about it.
No, we're not. We know he's Mexican.
No, but
his name is Joey.
Also, and to add on to your point, when you think of FTR, do you really think of fucking Lucha? Exactly. Or do you think of professional wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Like real professional wrestling.
When you look at Lucha Libre is always, and I guess this like kind of goes down into the fans who don't watch it, but Lucha Libre has always opened their doors to the mixed styles.
Sure.
They've always put on shows where they showcase every style that's out there. That's why you see people like the Kenny Omegas going over there and holding belts, FTR holding belts, because they like that style to come in and go against the Lucha style.
Sure. And I get that. And I get that. But
like I said, I'm talking the casual fan. We're talking casual fan. And that's really where they need to build numbers. You put on a good show and you have a good product, real wrestling fans are going to enjoy something and watch the product. But where you get new viewers, where you build those numbers and you build your business up, you have to rope in casual fans. And I hate to say it, but WWE's always been fantastic with that, with whatever Mickey Mouse bullshit they put on. But the truth is, FTR has been booked poorly. They are the one-time AEW Tag Team Champs. And that was not a huge, long title run. It should have been, because they can be the most dominant heel tag team in the entire company.
Not even, 2 months, maybe?
Exactly. It was less than what fucking Sammy just had with the TNT title. So, they could have been booked so much better.
But Sammy, he was in one of the fucking Lucha Underground stables, too.
Yeah. Well, that's where he came from right before he came to AEW.
Yeah, was he in the Bunny stable, too? He was in one of those.
No,
anyway.
I don't know if he was necessarily in a stable. I just think he was kind of...
No, he was in not necessarily. He was in a trios team.
He might,
for Ultima Lucha 4 for that trios 4-way. And I don't remember all the teams though. It was fucking a ridiculous set of teams. It was actually, I'm gonna look this up because fucking Ultima Lucha 4, like for the last pay-per-view that they put on.
While Isaac looks that up and mumbles, I'm gonna go ahead and get something out there. Go ahead and look it up.
But for the last pay-per-view they put on, the fact that it ruined the company, it was 2 days of incredible matches that was ruined by about 45 seconds of Jack Swagger winning the title at the end. Anyway, go
spoilers. Spoilers for everybody who didn't watch the Ultimate Lucha number
season
4.
Yeah, from 2018.
2018 spoilers. But getting back to it, man, with FTR, if you don't think they're a big deal, do they come out? They have the robes. They have the big old chunks of gold. Even if you don't know what AAA is. Huh?
Their music, their entrance music is awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, they ooze top guys. Like, if you see the titles, you may not know what company it is, but that's a damn belt. Every wrestling fan's going to recognize that's a freaking championship belt. These guys are actually worth their weight in, gold. So I don't know. I think FTR has been actually done pretty well. Their title reign could have been longer, but unfortunately they got buzzsawed by the Bucks. But they'll get the titles again.
Surprise. This was the Reptile Tribe, which was Cobra Moon, Daga, and Jeremiah Snake. I feel like that's Sammy Sammy Callahan. Sorry, Sammy Callahan.
Not my personal favorite.
Luchasaurus was part of that, I think.
Thunder Rosa
against
Evil Leash, Sammy Guevara, and someone named Exolicious.
I think that's Sunny Kiss.
It is. You're right. It is. It is Sunny Kiss. It is absolutely Sunny Kiss. So Evil Leash, Sunny Kiss, and Sammy against Paul London, fucking Killer Cross, and Mascarita Dorada for the trios championships. It was a 3-way for those with that team. And then the next match was fucking Ricky Mandel versus, I guess, Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah.
In a singles match. And then it was Son of Havoc versus Killshot. So Isaiah Swerve Scott
Matt Cross
versus Matt Cross.
It's the only time I've liked Swerve.
In a mask versus mask match, which was incredible. Night 2, first match, Phoenix versus El Dragon Azteca Jr. in a 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere match.
Great match.
Then great match. Then you have the Mask versus Mil Muertes in a death match, which was really good. Then you had Johnny Mundo versus Montanza Cueto, who's Jeffrey Cobb.
Yeah.
So fucking dude, Johnny Mundo versus Cobb. Then you have Pentagon versus Marty the Moth Martinez.
Where the hell's Marty? I haven't seen Marty in a while.
Yeah, I think
he was on AEW Dark for a couple episodes, but we really haven't seen much, and it's a shame because he's
He
good.
did 2 darks, I think, 2 or 3 darks. I just missed the
shit.
So that was the final match, like real match. Pentagon won in a little over 12 minutes, and then in 40 seconds, Jack Swagger came in and fucking beat him with because he got the Gift of the Gods championship and cashed it in, and that was how they ended it, man. And it was fucking just like
that's how you win as a real American.
Goddamn. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I really. Woo! Yes, Hector. We talked about Brian Cage, big fail. So let's get to
No. One more. Hold on.
All right, yeah, let's fuck it, dude. It's all fails.
The tag team division as a whole. Because you know what, Joey K got me thinking with the FTR bullshit. Even though I don't agree they've been mishandled, I don't think they've been mishandled because of the mishandling of Santana and Ortiz, the Jungle Express. Basically, any tag team that's not the Young Bucks, there's no tier group. There's no Brothers. Or the Lucha Brothers. There's no ranking. There's no, this tag team is great. This tag team is here. They're all just muddled up there, and it's just being fed to the buzzsaw that is the Bucks or the Lucha Bros because they put on great matches.
Because they've got a stacked division. You mentioned, Jurassic Express. You mentioned
mid.
You got the freaking Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed. Freaking greatness, dude.
Oh, love them.
Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah, that's another one. And I'll put them up even above FTR as being so poorly shit booked the whole time, their whole run almost.
They should have not been in the inner circle. Then with Eddie Kingston, I don't know why they haven't broken off to go with Eddie Kingston. That would have been so bad. Give us another LAX. Throw in
Maybe
Mercedes.
It might happen, though.
It might. There's still time.
There is still time. We got a long time ahead of us. And real quick, I want to touch base on WWE. I don't want to spend too much time because it's really easy to shit on WWE. DDJ, what's the biggest thing that they've gotten wrong this year?
Honestly, with me, it's the fact that we could spend quite a bit of time. I mean,
one thing, biggest number one in your mind.
Well, that's so hard.
Honestly, for me, I'm gonna go with the way they treat the crowds at the TV shows.
Okay.
Because if you sit there and think about it, since they had the Thunderdome where they could control the narrative, steal a line from EC3 with the crowds, they've taken that concept and have applied it to they've applied it to the way they treat the live crowd that like Raw and SmackDown. Like, again, I listen to Busted Open every morning. I think Joey K listens to it as well too.
I busted all over this morning too.
I'm sure you did,
dude. I just got a picture of titties.
But it's like a lot of people would call in and be like, "Hey, I was at Raw or I was at SmackDown." They actually have people like sitting like in the crowd, like where the TV and the hard cameras facing and stuff, and they tell the people when they can stand, when they're supposed to sit, when they're supposed to cheer, when they're supposed to boo. It's like they're taking that Thunderdome concept and applying it to the live audience.
Ever since they stopped being like a company that sells tickets to wrestling shows and became a company that sells advertising slots and sells contracts to television companies and sells their actual content to internet providers, and
they're sold to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, so it becomes a different thing. Like if you got to overproduce everything because the fans hate what you're doing because you're not doing it for them anymore. But I agree. I do think the way they treat the fans, especially at live events, is atrocious.
And that's the thing. Like, eventually, like I said, when I went to All Out, one of the people I brought with me was my 6-year-old son. That was All Out was his first wrestling show. I would love to take him to a WWE show because it is a little bit more family friendly, but if I take him, we're gonna sit up somewhere where we can't be told. Like, I'm not gonna let some jerkwad like wearing a shirt that says security, and all of a sudden because he thinks he wears a security shirt, he's like some big badass motherfucker and stuff.
Dude, DDJ, I want to see you get in a fight with a security guard.
I do too. Wait till I get down there, please.
He's had 4.5 White Claws, and he's just belligerent.
Just go to a show as me. Every
trying to
show
hold
I've
him
been
back.
to this year.
I was about to say, Joey K almost got into a fight in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but like
NAEW.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
you're like,
NAEW
aren't you
over
from like
Vegas.
near Philly? That makes sense.
But
Yeah,
like
they're
going back
fighters.
to my thought,
Yeah.
like I don't want to. That's my real quick here. Shout out to my boy Mattingly. Thank you.
All right, Brando. I hear you, man. My
Love you,
money's on
man.
DDJ too.
But see, the thing is I'm gonna be damned if I take my hard-earned money that I earned by going out there and delivering packages to people who order all kinds of shit off of Amazon.
You know how many dildos he delivers every day?
I was about to talk, dude. Yeah, I'm biting my lip about delivering some package. I bet you deliver a
I hear
mean
he
package.
delivers with care, and he always comes through the back door.
DDJ driving the meat wagon.
Hey, Jovan, you like got no room to talk with all the dick riding you were doing on our show this week.
Oh my god!
Wait, whoa, is that to me?
But
no, I said Jovan.
If you're gonna pay your money, you shouldn't be told who you can cheer
exactly
and how you can enjoy the show.
If my 6-year-old kid
technical foul,
some guy told my 6-year-old son to sit down because he got excited because in the middle of something and was cheering for, I'll just say Roman Reigns because he likes Roman Reigns. You think I'm going to sit there and take that lightly? Hell no.
They're not going to tell him to sit down for Roman. They want that.
So
don't tell him to sit down if he's cheering for Liv.
So Jovan, I want to hear yours. What do you think the number one mistake they made this year is?
It's real easy, man. And you know what? Real quick, before
I know what it is.
That,
they don't have Moose on the roster, right?
Here we fucking go.
I made so much chocolate mousse at work the other day.
I'm not doing
that. Sounds delicious.
I listened back to our episode. You two jackasses that are on our shooting shit. You guys dick rode CM Punk way harder than I did Moose and Cody. So y'all have some damn.
Okay, can I just
he seems like such a gentle lover.
Can I just make a statement on the record?
Edge.
I would blow CM Punk just to taste AJ Lee's fucking butthole. I swear to God.
Wow.
I need that on a shirt.
I don't know. Pro Wrestling Tees might do it. Be like,
yeah, and then and not give any money to fucking prostate cancer.
All right. The biggest issue.
Wow. The biggest issue.
WWE. Loyalty.
Okay, so basically the releases, all the releases.
Budget.
Not just the releases, loyalty to people who held them through and held them down during the pandemic, during the COVID era. You have people like Drew McIntyre who became the top of the league. He was the guy. They take it away from him.
They did him dirty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
You have wrestlers who are figuring out
winning a championship at WrestleMania in front of nobody, literally nobody in an empty room.
Yep.
And then literally at the first event where there's people back, you take it away from them.
Yeah. They have no loyalty. No loyalty. You know, the wrestlers are starting to figure out that the WWE is a business. It's not a family environment. It's not for them. They don't have the best, interests of the wrestlers at heart. They just want the money, and the people are starting to leave for it. They're not there for it anymore.
Well, see, the other thing is to kind of add on to what Jovan said about loyalty. What is the point of a contract if one day you can sign you get to go to the main roster, a la Hit Row, and then like a week later, you're gone. Like, why even have
budget cuts are on the contract? Budget cuts is in the contract.
Well, they have a cut contracts.
It makes no sense. It's like
no, and I agree. It's like a contract should be something that guarantees you some money, and they fucking do whatever they can to create this myth that there's still some sort of private contractor, even though they're not allowed to work anyplace else.
Which is why wrestling unions are coming. They should be coming because of the WWE. You see companies like AEW whose wrestlers can be wrestling Wednesday night and then Friday night, but then Saturday and Sunday they're at their local promotions that are based by their home because they could make a couple of extra dollars doing it.
Yep.
While WWE guys can't even have their own Twitch or their own, any other ways of making money because the WWE wants it.
A Ruby Soho OnlyFans where it's just pictures of her ass.
I'll I'll buy.
Joey K, what's up, man? What
Did
you
just
got?
say
What you got?
I'll buy. I'll buy.
Yeah,
it.
he would. He totally would. What you
I'll
got
buy
on
it.
WWE? What'd they do wrong?
My God, how far we stray from the Lord's light. You know, like my biggest problem with WWE has been the ongoing problem that we already talked about tonight. It's not a fucking wrestling show. Why are we talking about WWE on your show, on our show? It's not a fucking wrestling show. It's you can go to a live event and go watch a live fucking KFC commercial be filmed, or a fucking entire battle royal that's built around a Pizza Hut ad. Who the fuck cares?
I would talk shit about Cracker Barrel right now.
And
AEW,
wait.
But I love Cracker Barrel, and I tell you what, they have the best hosts and hostesses in all of the business. Shout out to Cracker Barrel. Your shit's delicious. Your crackers are delicious. Your barrels are delicious, and your cheese is delicious. I wish you served hard alcohol or beer, but whatever. Fuck it.
I'll actually challenge you on that. The Cracker Barrel thing was a fucking inside joke that went super fucking meta. Like, that was the joke, and that's the thing, though. Everybody knew about the fucking, you know, the elite and everybody going to Cracker Barrel. Everybody saw the pictures online. Everybody knows that was the spot. So for them to come in, sponsor All In the way they did, and be part of the show where they work them in, I'll give them that. Now, if that was a weekly fucking segment, I would say the same thing. Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
Hats off to the wheel man himself that got the best wheels in all the Cracker Barrel. Fucking Hector Hernandez is out there. Hector, we love you.
Shout out Hector.
Once you get, dude, I'm gonna get you. God damn, I'm getting more tits, and they're fucking incredible. Once you get a proper headset, and I think maybe we'll do something with all of us. A proper headset and microphone, because and this is no offense to you. This isn't a fucking Hector issue. This is just a technology and a fucking broadcasting issue, right? Your sound, you always echo. It's a problem. If we get you the proper equipment, we get you the headset, we get you a nice little mikey mic. We all throw in $5-10. We get you the setup. And I think we might do that because we love you and we love Cracker Barrel.
You know what? Such Good Shoot family out there. We're gonna open up a GoFundMe for Hector equipment. Donate if you can.
Yes.
I
I'm
actually
sorry.
have a spare mic you could have.
There we go. Joey K, what were you saying?
I
want you to finish your thought here.
So finishing my point is, it's not a wrestling show. It really isn't. You know, you have commercials, you have ads. The matches, like you said, we get recaps from what happened 30 fucking minutes ago. We get recaps and builds from weeks and weeks gone by of Raw or SmackDown or whatever show we're on. And then once
Joey K, the recaps now at least aren't like they were back during the Attitude Era when it was the Snickers Crunch of the Week.
Well, I don't mind that shit, though.
I'll take that over.
Like that.
Let's have a fucking battle royal, and whoever wins gets a fucking stuffed crust. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can get down some fucking stuffed crust, bro. Like, I'm about that shit. But that's not why I'm watching a professional wrestling show. I'm watching it. I'm watching it to see the performers. I'm watching it to see professional wrestlers do what they do. I don't give a shit about all the other stuff. I don't want to see and cringe as fuck watching Vince McMahon in 2021 give promos about how he likes to fire people literally the week after he fired a bunch of fucking people.
And around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And kind of going back to what you said, Joey K, about the Battle Royal with the pizza. Okay, if it's on a Raw or a SmackDown, it's passable. But to do it on arguably one of your biggest shows of the year,
thank you,
unforgivable. I saw that, and I just literally when I was watching, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, if it's a Raw or SmackDown, okay, but not on Survivor Series. Come on,
you got to keep that blood money happy by getting advertiser dollars in.
I want to add one thing. You were talking about the Raw Crunch of the Week and all this. I think that brought some of the finest moments in Raw history, and I'm talking about this right here.
And now, the WWE Slam of the Week is brought to you by Skittles. Share the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Let me just tell you right now that tonight, Raw is being brought to you by, are you ready? Oh, yeah, brought to you by Fruity, Delicious, Fruity Skittles. Oh, like this. And by
Fruity,
Fruity Skittles. Okay, and JR by Fruity, Delicious, they're delicious, Fruity Skittles. Gotta love Skittles.
Gotta love Skittles. I'm a skittling fool.
I mean, they're fruity and delicious.
Fruity.
Delicious and fruity.
Yes.
Oh, I love them Skittles. Anyway, our proudly sponsored.
But hey, okay, that's a small thing. But when
that
you're
was
invading the show, invading the fucking show. I mean, I love some fruity, delicious, fruity Skittles.
Delicious.
I also love fruity, delicious, fruity Skittles.
Good.
But
I like
need
the
zombies.
tropical Skittles.
My number one thing, and it happened late in the year, granted. My number one thing that WWE did was they killed the one thing that they were doing right, and that was NXT. They killed it. They killed it.
Yep.
I don't think we need to talk about it anymore. It
is killing Hunter. It is killing. It is literally killing Hunter.
So what have they done right at the WWE in 2021? That was a fucking dead air right there. All right.
Okay. I got one thing.
Hold on. I want to say it before everybody else does. Go ahead. DJ. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
To me, the one thing that they have done right and is the way they've portrayed Roman Reigns this year.
Yep, Roman Reigns. I don't think that there's much else that you can.
There really isn't much else, but that is the one thing that they have done right. Is is what they've done with Roman Reigns this whole year. Like
they built that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a short segment there.
One other thing I want to talk about, like WWE.
Yeah.
They literally, because you mentioned they killed NXT. They also killed the Women's Revolution.
It's true.
Because they've gone back to doing bathroom break 2 to 3 minute matches. I mean, I think we talked about this on Shootin' Shit, but almost like you could take like the combined time of all the matches from the Queen's Crown tournament, and it was like 20 minutes?
15,
20 minutes for an 8-woman tournament. I mean, that right there, if that's not WWE saying we don't give a shit about the women's revolution anymore, I don't know what else is.
I mean,
it's sad.
They floundered on Bianca Belair, who should still be a top champion.
They floundered on Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair is, I still maintain, a sunny kiss with a weave.
I need that shirt now. I need Sunny Kisses Bianca Belair with the weave.
Sunny kiss with the weave.
Take that sign to SmackDown. See how fast you get kicked the fuck out.
Yeah,
like that guy that went to the AEW show with the Nyla Rose is this guy's dad's sign.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Oh,
yeah.
That made me.
It
made me laugh. I ain't gonna lie. I saw a good one that was. It was fucking one of the guys from The Sopranos. It was just a meme, and he's like, "Ain't no fucking way the whole Siberian Orchestra is trans." That shit killed.
Wow.
So one of the things we like to do at the end of every year, as a race of human beings,
we all jerk off on camera.
Well, that's the thing.
On a biscuit.
We make
put that thing away. You'll shoot your eye out.
You should try DJ, your camera is frozen, my friend.
No, he's just doing it right now.
Oh, nice. Oh shit. All right. But here's the deal: is that looking forward, is there anything? Is there
That's
one
his
thing?
face.
between WWE, AEW, any promotion. Oh shit! Is there anything that you want to see in the next year? Is there a match? Is there a program? Is there a change? I want to know. I want to know what you want. Let's start with you, Joey K. You got it. You look like you're ready. You're bursting at the seams.
Man.
You're
He's
thinking
almost
so
about to
hard.
finish.
There's a lot of really, really good opportunity. So I'll take something that's just been building for the past year and a half. I want to see the full-on New Japan versus AEW. We've gotten taste of it with some New Japan legends coming over and getting into AEW rings. We have enough crossplay with, Moxley still being able to work Japan. Danielson's going to work Japan at some point. That has to be part of his deal. I don't give a fuck if they don't let him. That's crazy. But
we know that's one of the things he wants to do.
And we're building too. I mean, eventually, I think we're going to get Okada in the storyline. They brought Best Friends as part of Chaos.
I think Okada comes and does a run, a pretty significant run, maybe with the title because he is Okada.
And the big one is the fucking Bullet Club. Let's put the Bullet Club, New Japan, against the Elite and all these former Bullet Club guys that started AEW and have the fucking war. That would be some serious shit. I think that storyline would be absolute money, and it can drag on, and it can have so many fucking players in it.
Props to the Bullet Club because that's like a 10-year-old stable, if not more now, older now.
I think it'd be like 96. I think they were originally formed in, was it 13, I believe?
I think, it might have been 13, 12 or 13. I can't remember.
What? Okay, so what? I apologize for the technical.
At least 12, yeah. It's okay. Yeah, so I think they're about 10 years old. I think it was 2012 because they were formed before I got married in 2013.
So what are we talking about here?
Oh, we're just talking about things we'd like to see happen in 2022, and he just mentioned like a full-on New Japan versus AEW storyline.
I think we will get that. We'll see something along those lines. And I know on our show Shootin' Shit, we ended our New Year's special with like things like a bold prediction from each of us for something that we're going to see in 22. And Jovan stole the one I originally had in mind, which I don't know if he's already discussed it. And I'm not going to steal. I'm not going to be.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. Steal it.
You recycle that material, DDJ. Go ahead. Do it.
But all right, you know what? I'm going to steal it. Well, and that one thing is we've seen a lot of guys, enter the forbidden portal to come to AEW.
It's not so forbidden anymore. It's been legalized. No. They can get married now.
But I mean, to me, I will say this. I would love to see, and I think we will see. We'll see an appearance by one Kazuchika Okada. He will be in AEW at some point next year, and I do fully expect to see. We will see Okada versus Omega one more time, at least in 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Before you jump back on, Joey K kind of used that in his combo pick.
Yep, you kind of missed that one. That's okay.
But it was different.
It was my other one.
No, fucking stole your thunder, you son of a bitch.
No, you didn't, because what you were saying is you wanted to see a full-on New Japan versus AEW program. He's talking about seeing what he wants to see is he wants to see Okada versus Omega one more time in AEW.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
The hot one. The district attorney hot one.
You know what? I can't really call Joey K a son of a bitch because I'm sure his mother is a lovely person.
She'll beat the fuck out of you, bro.
Yeah,
no. She's a lovely person, so I can't call her.
I said your mama once.
She's not lovely at all. My mom's a fucking real one, bro. She will jack your shit. You don't even understand. Fawn knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
She's the real one.
You guys know what the difference is between 3 dicks and a joke?
What?
My mom can't take a joke.
How very adventurous of her.
So it's your turn, DA District
Oh.
Attorney Hot One, to tell us one
Talking
thing
at the
you
same
want to
time.
see. One thing
Okay.
you want to see in 2022.
Well, shoot, that joke. No. What I want to see in 2022, man. That's I want to see the rise of GCW. I want GCW to become this legitimate power player of companies. I want to see them.
We're a full-on fuck Nick Gage podcast.
Oh, you don't own an MDK pizza cutter?
MDK all fucking gay.
You should play that.
You know, yeah. Do you have it readily available?
Yeah, I probably do.
You gotta play that cameo of Nick Gage. That was great.
Fucking priceless, dude.
While he looks that up, like I said,
I don't have it easily available.
Damn it.
I don't know what it is. I just have Ray Chow and then Christopher Daniels talking shit.
Let's
about
Christopher Daniels.
He's talking shit about Shane and his mustache.
Let's do it. He's not here.
It's
Let's
good.
do it.
Well, we can pop that on. We can pop that on.
That's what I want to see. I want to see before the year ends. I want to see that cameo of Christopher Daniels.
All right. We're gonna. You know what? That's something that we can do.
Greetings and salutations. It's your man CD, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. I'm at home in Southern California. It's a lovely day. Even in November, it's nice outside. So take that everywhere else. And I'm chilling out, man. I'm hanging out, and I want to take this opportunity to talk to you, Shane. I've had a discussion with Isaac and Dozer, and the three of us have decided that it's time for us to lay out a list of defects that we have found in you that is somewhat disconcerting. So we want you to take all of these to heart and change each and every one of them as soon as possible for the sake of your friendships. Okay, first of all, how can you hate the Beatles and Nirvana? That's an issue. That's a problem. So work on that. You've never seen The Big Lebowski? That's an easy one. I mean, Prime Video. Come on, man. Your mustache is a little bit molesty, a little less Tom Selleck, and a little more drives a panel van. So maybe a trim. We'll check it out. Also, your skin is at times both dry and sweaty, which is amazing. I'm sure there's some sort of skincare that we can work on. Oh, this is something Isaac told me. You've had something in your teeth here for the last week. So floss, just a quick floss. Also, the shirt you're wearing right now, that is literally Dozer's least favorite shirt he's ever seen. So change that shirt. In fact, burn that shirt. So also try to be more like me and less like yourself. That's just a general tip from me. So, I mean, that's always worked for people that aren't me. If they try to be like me, they're better off. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. So, yeah, get to work on that. And if Isaac and Dozer get back to me and tell me that all is well, then good. But otherwise, they might come back with another list of changes that you should probably undertake. So until then, take care.
It's beautiful.
That's one of my fucking all-time favorite things.
He's awesome.
Mustache molesty. I lose it every time with that line.
Dude, those are Shane's New Year's resolutions.
I just want to throw out one quick thing that I want to see. I know I won't because Walter.
You don't watch current wrestling?
No, Walter's under contract with WWE, and I want to see. Excuse me, I took a fat dab while we were doing that. I want to see Walter versus Suzuki.
I'd pay to see that.
That's my dream match.
I'd pay
right now.
fucking good money for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe he's up on the next round of budget cuts, buddy. Fingers
It's possible,
crossed.
yeah.
I hope not. He just flew here.
Anybody got any fun New Year's resolutions? Anybody?
Be less fat. That's
I
what
told, I told y'all mine. See, I'm going to probably try and get more fat. I told y'all mine before we got on, which is I'm going to stop jerking off unless somebody's watching. So I'm going to try and do that in the new year, only with the crowd.
That's a
that
strong
poor
goal.
nurse. That poor nurse.
Oh, she likes it, man. Don't get me wrong. She loves that shit. As long as I nut. If I don't nut, she gets a little upset.
Nobody likes a false finish.
Well, you know, sometimes it's about the fucking marathon, not the sprint, you know?
Right.
You know, some people are fucking short runs. Short runs me. I'm a fucking marathoner, dude. I'm a triathlon athlete.
He's a 60-minute man.
Dude, 60, fuck that, man. I can go longer, man.
You better put some band-aids on your nipples for those marathons.
Dude, yeah, man. I fucking fucked my dick raw the other day. I swear to God, I got a little fucking. Oops, nothing bad. It wasn't like a
little peeling skin there, a little burn.
You know, like right under the helmet. Like it's just like that friction, that constant friction, and you're like, God damn, I should probably put a little fucking lotion on that. Cracking a little bit. You know what? You know what?
Chap season, man.
You know what? I've had a lot of fun tonight. I hope you guys have too. Does anyone else have any resolutions they want to share with our fucking audience?
I can't top that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing now.
I'm down for sharing that resolution with you, but it just means I'm gonna fucking be beating off twice a day with my windows open, and I don't know how long that's gonna be tolerated by my neighbors.
I'm just gonna fucking lock my cat in my bedroom and fucking hope that he's watching.
You have a black cat, dude.
I mean, you may is okay. Like there should be some limitations. Like it has to be a living being.
A human, maybe a human being. Maybe you know what? There's a human being, a horse, or an octopus watching. One of the three. As long as they're watching.
Yeah, because they're all the interchangeable.
Yeah. My resolution now is to only beat off at SeaWorld.
Oh shit, dude.
Do you have a big lady fetish?
How awesome would it be to just nut straight in a killer whale's blowhole? And then watch it just fucking spray the kids in the splash zone.
So you're spraying all the kids that bought tickets.
It's not
all
you.
your kids that you smuggled in.
No. Full disclosure, you are not spraying anyone. This is the fucking whale right now. This is Shamu that's fucking abusing those kids.
Jovan's gonna die down there.
Dude, he's not right. You better hit mute, bro. If you fucking die, you better hit mute or pause that camera.
Yeah, this has been such good shooting shit. I've been Isaac. That's the premier Joey. That's Giovanni, too hottie, the hot one. That's my good friend DDJ. Oh my goodness, we've had too much fun. May you have a wonderful, wonderful new year. May 2022 bring you all the blessings and joys that life has to offer, and may wrestling be great again.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Such Good Shoot. If you are on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon. Or subscribe to us on your favorite audio catcher. Or finally, if you're on Facebook, leave a comment, like the video, and make sure to share it out to all your friends. Until next time, we have been Such Good Shoot, and have a great day.